Hello again. I am Marty Rose from the fictional baseball universe, and we are here today with an update of the season replay of 1986. Last time we were in the beginning of July, at the midpoint of the season. Now we have simulated another month, and we're in the first week of August. August 4th, 1986. And the Red Sox are still in first in the AL East with a 61-42 record. The Yankees, who are managing, trying to get them into the playoffs and hopefully a World Series against the Mets, are in third place in both the AL East and the wildcard race. Standing at a 59-47 record, 3.5 games out of first. Over their last 10, they've played 500 ball and lost 4 as of today. In the AL West, the California Angels still have the best record in baseball at 67-37. The Kansas City Royals are 5.5 games behind them, and they are the leaders in the wild card race. In the NL, the Mets are a half game out of first. The Phillies actually are only in first because they played one more game than the Mets. Mets have played 101 games. They're 60-41. And the Phillies are 61-41. So, in the Western Division, the Astros are starting to run away with it. They're 8.5 games in front of the San Diego Padres. In the wild card race, it's the Mets and the Expos, neck and neck. Behind them are the Cubs, 5 games off the pace. So that's where we stand in the standings. Let's look at some leaderboards. In the American League, Jim Rice is leading the batting race at a 341 average. In the National League, it's the Hubie Brooks from the Montreal Expos batting 373. Jesse Barfield leads the majors in home runs with 33. Glenn Davis from the Houston Astros is at 24 in the National League. George Bell from Toronto is leading the American League in RBIs with 85. And Mike Schmidt from the Phillies is leading the National League with 92 RBIs. Vince Coleman is leading the majors in stolen bases with 87, and Ricky Henderson from the Yankees has 77. Moving on to some pitching, we have Bruce Hurst from the Red Sox is the ERA leader with 2.05, and in the National League, bring that up, it's Shane Rawley with a 2.35 ERA. Kurt McCaskill of the Angels is leading the majors with 16 wins as of August 4th, and Shane Rawley is on top with 15 wins. Strikeout leader Mark Langston from the Mariners at 201, and Mike Scott leads the majors with 217. John Franco, who was actually on the Cincinnati Reds in 86, is leading in saves with 27. And Tom Henke is leading the majors with 32. 32. We will review the New York Yankees page when we come back right after this. So we are back, and here we have the New York Yankees home screen As you can see, the Yankees are in third place with a 59-47 record. 3.5 games out of first and 1 game out of the wild card. Looking at their primary lineup, Ricky Henderson. The hitting is really not the problem here with the Yankees. Ricky Henderson's batting 276, 14 RBIs. 14 home runs, 44 RBIs. Wayne Tollison, we just acquired from the Chicago White Sox in a trade that sent Ron Hassey there. We also got Joel Skinner, another catcher. Wayne Tollison is definitely an upgrade at shortstop and also can play third base. Don Mattingly is having a great year, batting 327 with 24 home runs and 84 RBIs. Claudell Washington, we acquired from the Atlanta Braves for Ken Griffey. He is a good addition as well. He's batting 287 with 13 home runs and 26 RBIs. Mike Pagliarulo having a pretty good year, 241, 18 home runs and 59 RBIs. The issue with the Yankees is their pitching. As you can see, Doug Drabeck was his rookie year, 1986. He's right now at 2-4 with a 4.73 ERA. Ron Guidry has the best record on the team at 9-3, but he's been hurt for several weeks, so we lost him, or he probably would be right up there with the league leaders in wins. Joe Niekro is just, floundering at 7-6. Dennis Rasmussen pitching with a 500 record, 8-8. There's Scott Nielsen, another young pitcher. I think he's 27, and this looks like it was his first year in baseball. Let's click on him. Real life stats. Yeah, 1986 was his first year. So he's actually having a great rookie season here. He's 7-0 with a 3.36 ERA. Relievers, again, you got Righetti, of course, is having a great year. Brian Fisher, who was a setup man, he's won 5 and lost 4. Just okay. This guy, Brad Onsberg, he's got a 1.42 ERA, but he's only pitched 12 innings. Good strikeout ratio, though. 6 strikeouts in 12 innings and no walks, so his control is good. But that is the story with the Yankees. Hoping that they can continue to win and get into the playoffs with the wild cards in place. And we will see what happens in a month with them. We'll go over and see how the Mets are faring. They're in second place. If we move on over here to the league screen, the Mets are a half game out of first. So we come back, we'll review the Mets home screen. So we are back, and here we are in the Mets home screen. And the Mets are having an excellent year. They're in second place here in the NL East with 60-41, a half game out of first. And they're leading in the wild card race by 3 games. So hopefully they will take over first and make a little space between them and the second place team, whoever they may be. The Mets are being managed by artificial intelligence. The computer's managing them. And as you can see, hitting wise, they're doing great. They've got 4 300 hitters in the starting lineup. And Kevin Mitchell's batting 293, so almost 300 hitters in their primary lineup. Power, they got Gary Carter, who's right there, leading the National League in home runs with 21, and he's got 71 RBIs. Darryl Strawberry's got 15 home runs. Keith Hernandez got 10. So they got power, they hit for average, and I know they got some speed on his team too, Rafael Santana. The Mets also has some great pitching going on here. Well, Dwight Gooden is on top with a 13-7 record, 3.65 ERA. He's got 143 strikeouts on the year. Then Ron Darling and Sid Fernandez are both having good years. 9-7 for Darling, 9-3 for Fernandez. In the bullpen, Roger McDowell's the closer, 19 saves. Jesse Orosco, setup man. Bobby Ojeda, who sure I would imagine should be in the starting rotation, but he is not. But he's got an 11-4 record with a 2.55 ERA. So I don't know why that is. Maybe he's on the injured list. Let's see. Let's go over here. See who's on the injured list. Nobody. Nobody's on the injured list. Well, go figure. I don't know. Anyway, so we will see what happens with the Mets. When we come back, we will have simulated another month of the season. So that should bring us to the first week in September. And we'll review it then. Until then, we'll see you. Have a nice day.